Hey guys, what's up? It's Anais and welcome to this week's video.
1, 2, 3, funky.
In today's video, I'm going to be talking all about money and more specifically what I spend in a week working and living in London. I've seen a few of these recently and I think they're really helpful if you're looking to move to London and want to get an idea of how much it costs to live here. So this video is going to be a realistic view of what I typically spend in a week living here. Obviously this varies a lot from week to week because it depends on how many days I'm working from home versus how many days I'm working at the office, what my plans are, etc. But the week I chose to track my expenses for this video is a pretty good overview of how much I typically spend in a week living in London. So I'm going to start with the variable costs like food and transport and other stuff, and then I'll go over the more fixed costs, which are bills that I pay every month. And yeah, hopefully you guys find this helpful, and let's just get started. So Monday. On Monday I work from home and I usually go to the gym in the morning, and then on my way back from the gym I will pop into a supermarket if I need any food for the day. So I went into Iceland to go buy some frozen fruit, some juice and some bread for my breakfast. That cost me £10.19. And that was the only thing I spent money on that day because I worked from home, so I didn't go anywhere. I made myself lunch and dinner with groceries I already had at home, so the only money I spent was on my breakfast, basically. On Tuesday, I also worked from home. I went to Whole Foods because I wanted to buy some snacks, and I love Whole Foods. I don't usually go there a lot, maybe like once every month or something. Or like just from time to time when I feel like treating myself a little bit. So I bought a kombucha, I bought some cookies, and then I bought some yogurt for my breakfast the next day. And all of that cost me £6.37. I also bought some flights to Milan because on that day Ryanair were having some discounts on flights in Europe. So I bought some flights for Milan and it cost me £9.98. The only thing though is that I booked the flights for the wrong date because I'm going with my friends, so I've had to like buy new flights since then. So these flights are kind of a waste, but oh well. And then just like Monday, I cooked dinner and lunch at home and I didn't do anything after work, so I only spent money on that and the total was £16.35. On Wednesday, I worked at the office, so the tube to go to the office and back cost me £5.50. So yeah, the tube is really expensive here. The bus is a little bit cheaper, but for me it's just easier to take the tube to the office because it's faster, so I just do that. So when I'm in the office, I don't cook, I don't bring food from home because I don't really go that often to the office during the week. So I'll just buy like some food when I'm there. So on Wednesday I went to Joe and the Juice and I got a sandwich and that cost me £5.80. And then that night I didn't cook dinner either because I was too lazy. I got home and I ordered myself Pizza Express from Deliveroo and that cost me £13.49. And I got like a vegan margarita pizza, I think. So the total for Wednesday was £24.79. On Thursday I also worked at the office, so the tube there and back was £5.50. I had lunch at Pure and I got a cauliflower cheese toastie, which was $4.99, which is pretty expensive in my opinion because that toastie was so small and did not keep me full for very long. I usually, when I go to the office, because I get hungry during the day, I just bring like a snack from home. So I would bring some protein bars and I'll just have those as a snack. And also my office offers free snacks, so if I'm hungry I'll just get a free snack as well. And that night at the office we had a LGBTQ plus quiz night and we had free pizza, so I ate dinner at the office, so I didn't spend any money on that. And the total for Thursday was £10.49. And on Friday I worked from home. I got some groceries at Iceland again after the gym for my smoothies. That cost me £5. What's costing me a lot is the frozen fruit because I use frozen pineapple And I used to use frozen mango, but now I use frozen blueberries for my smoothies, and they're really expensive. So yeah. Then I had to give some money for a gift for a colleague because we all chipped in for a birthday gift for one of our co-workers. So that was £2.71. And then I had lunch and dinner at home with food that I already had in my fridge. So the total for Friday was £7.71. I don't really go out that much in London. If I do go out, it's mostly on Saturday nights, and most of the time I'll go to just have a drink. I don't really go clubbing or anything, so that's something I don't spend my money on now. So that's good. It saves me a lot of money not going out, not gonna lie. That weekend, my friend Manu from Lancaster came to visit, so I spent quite a lot of money. So on Saturday, she arrived, and in the morning I had an appointment to like update my vaccination record. So I spent my whole morning in a bus getting to the appointment. And because I didn't have time to make myself breakfast, I got a vegan sausage roll from Greg's, and that cost me £1.05. Then my friend arrived, and then we went to Borough Market and we had lunch. We had pasta for lunch. I paid that £7.50, and then I got a brownie for dessert that cost me £3.20. And then we just walked around London for a long time. We went to a gallery that was free, and we went to Shoreditch to just look around at the stores and stuff. I did get a water bottle and a watermelon juice at some point because I did not bring my water bottle with me, so I was really thirsty, and that cost me £4. I should have brought my water bottle with me during the day so I would have had free water. And then later that night we decided to go to Sky Garden because I found some like tickets last minute, but we had like 2 hours to kill, so we ended up going to a Starbucks to just sit and wait. So I got a hot chocolate for £3.10. And then the tube and the bus for the whole day cost me £9.80. The total for Saturday was £28.65, which is not that bad for a whole day of like being in the city and just doing stuff all day. It's not that bad. Then we have Sunday, the last day of the week. So on that day we went to have brunch, and we went to Rudy's in Soho. It's a pizza place and it was so good. I definitely recommend it. And we split the bill between the two of us and we paid £10.56 each, which is so cheap for London. And the pizza was so good, so like I highly recommend. Then we walked around and we saw Ben & Jerry's, so we got an ice cream sandwich from there, and that cost me £5.95, which is pretty expensive, and we didn't even eat the whole thing because it wasn't that good. Kind of sad about it. And yeah, we just like walked around the city, took some photos, didn't do anything that cost that much money. And later that evening we had tickets to go to the Harry Potter studio tour. So we paid the tickets like a long time ago. And the train to go to Watford was 7:30. I used my rail card to like get a discount, and we got the train from like Euston. And then when we were there, it was like kind of late. Our tour like was at 6 p.m. so we were kind of hungry and we hadn't had dinner. So we got some food at the cafe in the tour, and my hot dog was like £8.75, and it was like a vegan hot dog, and it was so bad. And they had like fries with it, but like it was the worst meal ever. Not worth the £8 at all, but I didn't have any other options. And then the tube for that whole day was £7.05. So the total for Sunday was £39.61. So that's all I spent that week. So the total for that week for the variable cost was £137.79. This is like how much I would typically spend more or less during a week. It just really depends on like if I have plans during the weekend, if I feel like cooking at home or not, or if I like order takeout a lot, or if I go to the office. It just really depends, but like this is a pretty good overview of like how much I typically spend. So now for the fixed costs. I'm very fortunate to be living in a house that my parents own for the moment, so I don't pay rent at all. For now, I'm going to have to be moving out of this house in the near future in like a month or so. So I'm going to have to start paying rent. So for now, I'm just saving up for when I have to do that. But my budget for like when I'll have to move is like £200 a week, more or less, probably more than that, depending on like the area I want to move to. That's like how much people would typically spend in a week on rent if you're like in the same situation as me, like a young professional. So then we have my phone bill, which I pay, and it's $22.31 per month, so it's $5.60 per week, which is not that bad, but like it could definitely be cheaper, I think. I got like a deal when I joined my operator, and it was like the first 6 months were half price, and then it's a commitment of like 2 years. I think I have like 6 months left on my plan, so I could change it after that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that or not. If I do find cheaper elsewhere, maybe. We'll see. And then I pay for my Spotify as well. I still pay the student discount. I haven't been a student for like 6 months, but for some reason I still pay the student price, and I'm not going to complain. I do think that they asked me recently to like re-verify that I'm a student, and since I'm not, I can't do that, so I think I'm gonna have to pay full price next month. But this month I only paid $5.99 for the month, and so that totals to $150 per week, which is so cheap when you think about it. And then finally, my last fixed cost is my gym membership. I pay $25.99 per month for the membership at the gym group, and that totals to $6.50 per week, which is actually pretty cheap. It's like one of the cheapest gyms I found in London, and there's one like right next to my house, so it's perfect. So the total fixed cost amounts to $13.60, which is not a lot. And so the total for the week, including variable and fixed costs, is £151.39. That's how much I spend. Obviously, as I said before, it varies from week to week, but that's how much I typically spend. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and that it was somewhat helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I always reply. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos by me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
If it's fine by you, I'll take the passenger seat.